Greenbow Lake, I guess, bluegill spawning beds part 2. Hopefully it's a good day. I've had a question about how do I load and unload the boat as a solo, so I'm going to try today. It's not crowded, it's not busy, it's been a rainy day, so there's only a couple boats here. So let's just see how well this video works. I'm not real sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll try it and see. We head on down to the boat ramp and let's just see if this actually works. And there's the boat back there. I'm going to do a big loop-de-loop. And I like to try and get the boat as straight as possible. Now here's something I do. I'm getting better with it, but one of the things I was told is, like, if I want the trailer to go that way, the bottom of the steering wheel needs to turn that way. So what I like to do, because I'm still learning, is I want the trailer to go that way, I remind myself I need my hand to go that way. So we're gonna, and you'll see the trailer begin to turn the way I want it to turn. And there's no one else here, so I'm just going to launch straight on in there. So we're just going to go straight down the ramp here. And I'm going to stop there because, and always remember to put on your emergency brake. I'm in park. Now what I need to do, on my boat I have attached a 25-foot dock line, and to that I actually tied a C-clamp, a really large C-clamp. So I have a large C-clamp attached, and all I do is I come into my truck right here, and there's a connector, I guess, in the bed of the truck that I connect it to. If I should happen to launch and the boat begins to leave the trailer before I get out, I've got it attached here to the truck. So and it attaches to my guide here, or my eyelet, what you want to call that. I'm great on boat terminology. So I just leave that right here, kind of ready to go, and then when I launch the boat, as it comes off the trailer, it can go on out if it needs to, and I still have it attached to my truck. So now what you have to do is you've got to take the straps off here. So let's get those done. Get that off the boat so it can go loose. Alright. Now we'll tighten that up just a little bit so it doesn't flop around. That's loose now. And I've got my plug in, because I always double check my plug before I begin to go down toward the water. The boat's loose. I've got my tow line, or if you want to call my attaching line, on the boat. So now let's back it up. Hope this video is okay, because I've had this question more than once. Take off the emergency brake. Let's just back up. And I try to get the boat right there. You can see on my backup camera, right there is the edge of the water. So we're going to stop right there. The boat is floating now, so let's walk back around. I got to put it back into park, put on the emergency brake, and let's see how I've done. It's not moving yet. I can actually come back about another 2 or 3 feet. Because I'm a kayaker at heart, I don't mind getting my feet wet. Some people want to try and stay dry. I really don't care, so I wade out in the water. Let me just see if that's actually coming loose. Nope, I need to back up just a little bit more. So we're going to go back about another 3 feet. We'll back up just a little bit more here. We'll watch right here on the backup cam. And that's about 3 feet. I'll put my parking brake back on. Now I'm loose. It's actually moved. I may have to add stairs, something I haven't done yet. something I may do, but I simply climb up. I'm going to move this boat on out a little bit more. Then I'm pretty much floating now, so I'm going to step on my spare tire. I'm going to step on the boat, and then there is one big step down on these boats that you have to do. We're going to turn this puppy on. It's a sweet little motor. It starts up pretty easy. I've got my tilt up and down. I'm going to put it all the way down. I like to let it run for just a little bit so that it kind of warms up. Put this in reverse and hopefully just pull ourselves right off the trailer. And there you go. Well, if I don't have the motor turned, had the motor turned all the way to the right, like it may have been a little bit better, but anyway, that's how I get it off the trailer. There's my trailer. Pretty easy process, quite honestly, other than I get wet. Now some folks don't want to get wet, I get it. Now I just have to take it over and dock it, so let's do that. And I will pull up here. And one thing about having the trolling motor on this side, sometimes you have to be very careful with the blades that you don't get them hooked on the dock. And then I'll just stop right here. And I'll go ahead and I'll tie myself off. I've watched how to do this. I've got to learn better. There we go. Now I'm tied off, I'm docked, and ready to go. Over there's my truck. I just have to go park the truck and then come back to the boat. I'll show that here in a minute. And now I'm back to the boat. I do leave it running while I park the truck, just to kind of get the motor good and warm. If it were super busy, I probably would not do that, but there's nobody around. Let's just take this off the or what is that called? It's called something. I keep on calling it it's not an eyelet. Anyway, the tie-up post there. And one thing I do like to do is I've got this rope, and I can use this to kind of help steady myself when I get in the boat because it's attached. And to get in these boats, you've got to step down. So you can either step over there, but since the boat's here, I'll just step right here. And then one step down, using that to kind of balance myself and give myself a little bit of leverage. And I'm ready to go.